SwissBorg is the official partner of my channel where you can buy, sell, hold and more importantly stake your cryptocurrencies. You can even earn yield on your stablecoins. Sign up with my link and you'll earn up to $100 worth of their native token CHSB just for depositing €50 worth of crypto. SwissBorg. Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, I've turned my video on, and it's not because I look so pretty in the mornings. It's not. That's why I'm wearing my hoodie at the moment like this. It's freezing around here, and plus I've got a bit of bullish divergence on the hair at the moment, so there's no need for you to see that. I've also got my asset watch behind me. There is a link, or there should be a link, or I'm going to create a link. If you want to buy one, you can, and there will be discount if you use my link. They're actually quite sweet. You can program them to do and say whatever you want, whatever stock or crypto or whatever. So, one last thing before we get into it. Tomorrow, there's an AMA on SwissBorg's channel, to which I will be there. That's right, I've been summoned. I've been summoned to speak at the AMA. I've got a handful of questions that I've brought from the community, mostly about proof of reserves, and just making sure, just asking them, how risky are you, basically, because that is the, that's the zeitgeist of at the moment, isn't it? Really, within the crypto exchange community, am I safe or am I not safe? What's going on? So, feel free to join us. It'll only take an hour or so, and I'll be speaking with SwissBorg tomorrow on their website. Right, so let's get started then, shall we? On the Patreon live stream we did on Friday, wasn't particularly overwhelmed with bullishness, nor massive bearishness, but the bullishness looked like it had kind of reached a bit of a peak, and it still feels that way. However, it's not broken bearish yet. So, long story short, for Bitcoin, we now need to get support around 17,000. Losing 17,000, we could easily see us coming down, but to the tune of 1650, then 16, and then new lows after that. So it can be quite quick if we start to lose those major areas, starting with 17, since we reclaimed it. The 200 exponential on the 4 hours currently sitting around 17,300, so not far from where we are right now. And the horizontal comes in just a little higher than that, 17,350. So we break above those, we move our way straight up to 18. That's how I'm seeing it, really. I don't really see too much aside from that. Now, the momentum is kind of shifting ever so slightly to the down, but it's more along the lines of a standard consolidation on a shorter term time frame, almost printing a bull flag. To be honest with you, the bull flag would be would break down below 17,000, or about 17,000. So 17,000 is the main thing to focus on. Now, we were looking at altcoins, as we always do on these live streams, and Satoshi charts for some of the old dinosaur coins looked actually okay, but they still wanted to consolidate, and that's fine. But they actually looked quite good, which was interesting. Now, I just decided to have a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart this morning, and we're looking at this on a 4-hourly time frame. So let's not get too mad or excited about this, but the 4-hourly time frame. What we're seeing is we are seeing an uptrend with a golden cross, but golden crosses often get retested to the down. So, and also if we take all this noise off, basically just all of that, there is some form of channel formed. And that channel is breaking down. It's like a rising channel or a rising wedge, whichever one you want to decide. Either way, that's your rough formation. At the moment, we're breaking down from that. So if that's the case, we could be looking for a deeper plunge back down to the 40% flat. So again, that's not alt season. This is very small term time frame alt season, if there is going to be an alt season. For me, the alt seasons are always the bigger ones from bigger areas of rejection, such as this last one that we had, which is still proved to be an epic entry point for altcoins. They are still up on their Bitcoin pair for the most part. Some of them over 50 to 100% still at this point in time. So, and who told you that? Me. I told you that. But the ultimate one was this one, obviously. And who told you that? I told you that. That's the millionaire starter kit there, and we sorted that out big time. So at the moment, yeah, the Bitcoin dominance chart, as you can see, is look at that tiny thing. As you can see, is breaking from a rising wedge, rising channel. These often break bearish, and so we'll be looking for maybe a retest of the 40% dominance. Fair enough, we might get that. At the moment, it looks like we probably will, and that'll be good for altcoins. Now, the question is, what altcoin are we going to trade? How many altcoins are we going to trade, or are we going to trade any of them at all, considering you've just told me that this is not going to be an alt season, just going to be a bit of potential upside for altcoins? Well, I can tell you, I've been looking around sort of for the last hour or so, and one I like the look of is Uni. That's right, Uniswap, Unitoken, whatever you want to call it, the old unicorn coin. It's looking okay. So the reason I say that is that we have got a golden cross. We have retested it. Normally you would expect to see a reaction after the retest. We also have a consolidation pattern as well, marked like so. And so there is an area where we can get particularly bullish on this as well, which would be more or less, give or take, $6.17, and that's where we would think about breaking bullish on this one in the short term. There's no pump signals, no buy signals, there's just a trend that's forming on the 4-hourly, and it looks reasonable. We go over here, consolidation is due, and we kind of, we're not broken bearish completely yet on this 4-hourly. We could, which is why we want to think about entry points at or above 617 to 620. Anyway, that's just one of many altcoins that we've been looking at. The main criteria is to focus on Bitcoin to make sure that Bitcoin doesn't break bearish. 17,000 is the bottom line for me. If we start to see breakdown from 17,000, then it's pretty much time to exit any position or to look for lower entries later on down the line, because this uptrend here would be failing, and it still could easily fail just based on its chart position. 200 exponential, 200 exponential. Unlike Uni, which, like I say, has reclaimed its 200 exponential, Bitcoin hasn't. Most altcoins haven't, to be fair with you, which is why I'm highlighting Uni. So yeah, it's as simple as that. Bitcoin's holding up okay throughout this weekend. We do need traditional markets to open. That's been the key really to any of these big major swings over the last couple of months for us, looking at Forex and then major indices and stuff like that. So we do need them to open, but considering Bitcoin has basically gone sideways throughout the weekend is not a bad thing. It's a boring thing, but it's not a bad thing. It hasn't dumped, hasn't crashed. It's waiting in limbo for its big brothers to open tomorrow. So it's basically that simple. I think there is a chance that altcoins actually do have an extended rally. Maybe if it's only for a 24-hour period or so, based on the dominance chart and some of these other charts looking better than Bitcoin's, like Uni, for instance. Doesn't mean you should buy Uni just because you watch this video. Remember, there was an entry point from a breakout level where you'd want to get interested in. For those more conservative traders or traders who basically follow charts rather than gut feelings, then that's the area to focus on. 617, 620. It could be a decent entry point. Right now, no, because we're just waiting on Bitcoin, aren't we, really, for it to do its thing? Because any decent setup for any altcoin can just be wiped off the face of the earth as soon as Bitcoin loses 17,000. So we understand that, don't we? We know that. We know that charts can give us false sense of security, really, when it comes to trading them, because Bitcoin governs the overall trend for all altcoins for the most part. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. There's nothing really much more to say. 17,000, lose that, problem. 17,000 above there, potential for everybody. But it is Sunday, which is usually the worst day to trade. So sit back, chill, watch and wait for tomorrow to open, focus on some altcoins, see where the dominance chart is, blah, blah, blah. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you on SwissBorg's channel tomorrow. Take it easy.